Hey yo, where did we leave off? D75. What do you mean, dang dong bang bong? Hey yo, let's listen to Saray. It's been a while. 75. What happened? Hold up. Chapter stack. We're gonna do the classic. Maybe I should greet y'all, but it's probably just a detail. Nah, I'm joking. Hello, people. We're back for some more hundredline. It's cool as hell where I am. For some reason, I'm cold. And in the last episode, we exposed Shoma, and we had a crazy choice. You had to choose between 16 people, between Shoma and the others, and we found that shit like so weirdly. I just went into chapter select. I wanted to see what how it would look, basically in the screen, right? Would there actually be 16 different choices? No. And then I knew it was Shoma like this. So we continued for like 2 days, and then 25 days were skipped. What? Is anyone dead? Is anyone dead? Is anyone dead? No. Oh yeah, Shoma died in his cage for some reason. We don't know how. I'm suspecting the trapdoor in the cage, but we're not sure if the trapdoor is in the left or right room. That room, cage. I woke up at the sound of the morning announcement. The first thought to cross my mind was, at the time, was, not again, along with a sense of resignation. Looking up at the unfamiliar ceiling, it took me a few seconds to realize I was in the gym. But we were in the gym for the last 25 days? I stood up from my makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain divider, and stepped outside. Wait, I don't think I saw... I thought Hiruko. Takumi! He awakened! What? What did I just say? He awakens! I didn't want to sweat the small stuff, but you gave us a real scare this time. You were out for 23 whole days! Is that a new record? Oh, for the love of murder. Now Hiruko is here, no one died. What happened? Is it Takumi again? Everyone's safe. Thanks to your last words? My last words? For us to move in groups during the day and sleep together at night. Remember? Those were the instructions you gave us on day 51. Ayo, 51 plus 23 does not equal 75, but sure. We've been able to survive all this time because of them. X hasn't had an opportunity to strike. That also means X is still... Yes, we still don't know who they are. If we did, we would have thrown into cage and tossed the key already. Yep. It's not wrong, actually. Now that I got a better look at them. Now, oh my god, I can't read already. I saw signs of fatigue on everyone's faces. X is among us. I'll be killed if I walk around with only one other person. We've all had to spend the last 23 days under the crushing weight of such thoughts. It's no wonder their mental fatigue is starting to show physically. Oh, right. There's something you need to know. Which is? About 10 days ago, we met the boy with the undying flames. He showed himself? Wait, how? Because Brody was not able to show himself last time on the other branch, the other route, because of the dark aura or whatever. Well, he was feeling very unwell, but he said he just had to tell us something. And what was that? Okay, he's still sick. I recently found out there's something called the stress signal transmitter somewhere in the school. It was put here in the event of all but one member of Team 1 dying. Only Team 1 though, because the two teams joining together had not been anticipated. What? The people on the satellite did not think Team 2 would ever come here. What? But didn't Saray tell us that... Or was it Nigo, that we were supposed to join at some point? At any rate, no matter how strong they were, a single fighter wouldn't be able to win this war on their own. Instead, that survivor would be extracted and put on standby while the people in charge put together a fresh team for a new attempt. A new attempt? How many attempts is this already? Once the correct series of codes had been entered into the transmitter, it would, well, transmit a distress signal. Once the artificial satellite received it, it'd send a rescue craft to the school. What? The survivor would get on board and be taken back to the satellite. That's supposed to be the sequence of events. Also, the rescue craft does not have a capacity restriction. That means people from both Teams 1 and 2 can board with no issues. Second to last Defense Academy does not have a transmitter of its own, so bringing the team over here was definitely the right move. Unfortunately, I do not know where that transmitter is located. Still, it seemed to me like this information could be of some use to you. That is why I came here to tell you about it. The stress signal transmitter. I've never seen or heard of such a thing before. Same here. After hearing that, we split into groups to search for the transmitter, but we still haven't found it. It doesn't matter. We have to put the transmitter on the back burner for now. Finding the identity of X was our top priority. X is most likely the one to kill Shoma, or they could have ordered someone else to do it, like they did for Kako. At any rate, X was absolutely involved in Shoma's murder. As long as we could figure out who killed Shoma, we'd find out who X is. Alright, I clenched my fists tightly. Hiroko, Tsubasa, come with me. What? Where? The courtyard. I'm going to re-investigate the scene of Shoma's murder. Very well. I don't mind, but... Oh, of course you're hungry. You're always getting full. Why did you ask us to come along? I can't go against my own last words, can I? We're part of moving together in groups during the day. But why choose us? No reason in particular. I just felt like it. Felt like it? I don't know. Can I really trust that? One of us could very well be X. And it'll be a 2-on-1 fight. What if X tries to destroy evidence during this investigation? I'm not worried. They could have already done that while I was unconscious, if that was important. Yes, that's true. Then what are you investigating? One question before I answer that. Nobody had an alibi for 4 AM on day 51, right? When Shoma was killed. Yes, we're all sleeping in our rooms. Well, Eva was in Eito's room actually, but you know what I mean. What about the murder weapon, or any other clues? So far, we haven't found anything. In that case... The fastest way to identify X is to see who could have possibly killed Shoma under those circumstances. The killer likely used a special method to kill Shoma while he was locked in the cage. Figuring out what that method was could break this case wide open. Who could have done that? Was thus the best line of investigation to pursue. How exactly are we going to do that? This place is so big that I have no idea where to start. We need some sort of clue first. There is a clue. The balloon? Shoma's body was wet when we first found it, remember? I think finding out why may very well be the key to this case. Yo, why did I receive... Man, shut up! I'm fucking the bank. Sending me emails. Yo, you do... Man, shut up. Walked over to the courtyard fountain. There was a valve with a handle on the side, probably for adjusting the amount of water being spouted. I opened it completely and then... Oh, does it go as far as the cages? A frightening amount of water gushed out all at once, making the fountain look like an erupting geyser and opened down. A giant column of water shot up in the sky, into the sky, and came down again like a downpour of rain. I quickly turned the handle to close the valve. Soon, the water slowed considerably and went back to its normal flow. Woo! That was close. What exactly are you trying to do? Where? I'm glad I was standing over here. I'd be all wet by now if I'd been any closer. Next, I checked the central drain. It was more like a tunnel than a drain. The water flowed deep into the tunnel. There was a large handle here as well. I turned the handle and a wall came down from the top of the tunnel. Oh, completely sealing up the drain. After checking it, I returned the handle to its original position. I briefly saw Hiruko and Tsubasa staring at me in confusion as I proceeded to my next destination, the cage where Shoma had been held. We already checked every last inch of that cage. There are no hidden tunnels underneath. And the bars are as strong as they can be, No tunnel in that one, actually? What? No scratches on the lock either, and no traces that anything had been tampered with. The hinges of the gate are also untouched. As I was listening to them, my eyes wandered to the top of the cage. Officially, this cage is an animal pen. I think it was supposed to be modeled after a bird cage or something. You see that ring suspended from the top here? There. Yes, what about it? I didn't answer, instead lowering my glance to the bottom of the cage where something caught my eye. This cage isn't secured to the floor. It's just a bottomless cage placed on top of a base. What? Type shit? The cage is impossible to move manually. It literally weighs a ton. How do you know that? There was a blueprint of the courtyard in the war room on the war room's computer that had some information about it. See, so it weighs 1 ton. Hey, that reminds me. Did you know this courtyard was originally created as a biotop for space development research? Biotop? I'll try to keep the explanation as brief as possible. It's said that before world death, Earth was full of different kinds of terrain, like arid regions and rainforests. And each of these regions were inhabited by living things unique to that area, including plants, microorganisms, and vertebrates. For research purposes, this place had originally been created as a perfect replica of the ecosystems those creatures had been living in. That's why there are blasts of hot air to simulate a desert environment. It can also withstand atmospheric pressures many times Earth's range. But wouldn't that amount of pressure cause the windows to break? What are you talking about? Those things over there aren't windows. They're all display screens, including the ceiling? Look carefully and you'll see the light flickering every once in a while. There's no way the sky could be visible from here. We're inside the school after all. Might be right. What about the exits on both sides, connected to the hallways? Atmospheric pressures can escape from those exits when it gets too high, right? What are we on? Those places aren't... We're close in the beginning, covered by partition walls, don't you remember? Oh, right. They opened up after Surrey released them. In other words, as long as the walls on those exits and drains are down, the courtyard is a completely sealed space. Completely sealed space. Are you done here? Shall we return to the gym? Not yet. There's just one more thing. This. The balloon, yes. A balloon. The one we found during our investigation on day 51. Why do you think it was found so close to the cage? Listen to me, and listen to me very, very well. If Eito escaped by having infinite balloons make the cage float, I'm about to crash out. I will destroy my computer. I will uninstall this game, and I'll jump to Japan for you know what reason. I have no idea. I can hardly imagine it being someone's personal belonging. The more likely possibility is that someone made it using the Gift-O-Matic. Gift-O-Matic. Can we check the history? The logs? We'll definitely be able to find a clue if we go there. Made our way to the rec room. Investigating the Gift-O-Matic resulted in a few discoveries. Like what? So in summary, the official name of this is the sturdy rubber balloon. It was made using a very durable material. The description of the box mentions it doesn't break easily. So it Pressure? It can withstand pressure, maybe? The balloon has a capacity of 10 liters. It should be quite big when blown up. According to the history logs, it's been crafted a total of 100 times. Who needs that many balloons and for what? Unfortunately, we won't be able to find out who crafted them. That data, and only that data, has been erased. After reviewing our findings, I put the balloons back in my pocket. The balloon. Tsubasa, is there a tire pump in the parking lot? Yeah, an electric air compressor. Is it portable? Of course it is. It has caster wheels attached to it. Anybody can move it anywhere. But why do you ask? Okay, so if the balloons were really used to, what's the word, to the cage, why was the ground wet? Sorry, let me gather my thoughts first. I'll explain it all to everyone once I have a clearer picture of how the events unfolded. A clearer picture? And when will that happen? Probably by 7 PM tonight. This dude is hella smart in this route, and I don't know why. It was exactly 7 PM when I quietly said to everyone, "Hey guys, can we all move to the courtyard? I have something important to discuss." What is this important thing we had to come all the way here to discuss? Well, you see, I turned my gaze upwards and slowly lowered my head. No, but like, bro, why is you so smart? Oh my god. I get it, bro. I get it. Who did it? First, we must enter the how. How did the killer stab Shoma while he was inside a locked cage? Once we figure that out, the identity of the killer becomes apparent. Because only that person could have done all that under those circumstances. Oh my god. We're gonna have another 16 choices question. Just cut to the chase and tell us who the killer already is. Alright. No. Do I cheat again? What? But how? I legit have no idea. What? Who had enough knowledge of the school, I guess, the courtyard? Tsubasa told us that the shit about the remote control. Only someone as skilled as me could have made something like that. Then she told us about the weight of the cages that was in the on the war room computer. And then she told us about the air compressor. How could it be? The Rumi? No, because the weapon is probably the same as the one Shoma used to stab himself. I'm sorry. I wanted to do Rumi because at some point she was in the rec room playing the slots, but like, what? Do I cheat again? I legit, I don't know, man. I mean, we could. Oh my god, do we cheat and look at this? No, I didn't look, by the way. I did like this, so I wouldn't spoil myself. But like, what? We have no info. We legit have no info. Like, what is the information actually? Yo, what if... Hold up. Let me digress a bit. What if there's someone outside the screen? What if like we can select someone that's like on the top right or hidden behind someone? That'd be crazy. And be like, who could it be? The only clues we have are the two, like, what were they? In the fountain? Let's call them valves. Or like levers, I don't know. Let's call them levers. The levers in the fountain. One that could make the fountain explode. Probably for the wet water. One that could actually close off the water drain. Which I don't know why this would be useful. We then have the balloon, but the balloon, what was it, one or 10 liters? Oh, that maybe we can find it here, because my theory is that 10 liters, this is crazy, is that, and they were crafted 100 times. Ah, maybe the fountain to make the balloons explode? Would he have enough strength? Okay, so the theory with the balloons is that they were used, all 100 of them, fully blown up to lift the cage up. Is it possible? Yo, hold up. Let's make some cacks. No, the math isn't mathing. Unless I'm missing something, probably with the pressure or whatever they were talking about, that I did not understand at all. 100 balloons with 10 liter capacity, 10 liters capacity, wouldn't be able to lift a ton. What's the next clue? The wet water? No, as we said, the wet water would come from the fountain erupting. Why? Because you probably would need to make the balloons pop so the cage can come back down. Right? So that's why the ground was wet. So all that's left is the pressure. The pressure stuff, but again, I did not understand it. There's a pressure stuff? I don't know. Do we cheat? No, that's cheap. But legit, I don't know. I don't want to send myself to super hell by making the wrong choice. Is it even a dead end? I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, let's not spoil ourselves, but let's go back to the other one. So this one, it was Shoma and others. I really wonder, does this actually lead to something, or is it just a dead end? If it's just a straight dead end, that's cool. That's very cool. Let's say we don't waste much time, but if it actually extends all the way to the 100, this is not it. This is not it. And unfortunately, I cannot check the flowchart, the spreadsheet as I used to call it. Because the homie told me, don't. There's gonna be a bit of spoilers, probably because of this, like choose others or this type shit. Like, what if hypothetically it actually branches 16 times? You never know, but we're not gonna check that. But at the same time, like, come on! Have we learned something here? We've learned about this. Oh, this is a bit spoilery. Why? We just like wipe with the image. Okay, let's read. In the event of all but one of the SZU's initial 10 members being wiped out, the sole survivor can be evacuated back to the artificial satellite. To initiate this process, and put a series of numbers into the DST. Both the transmitter and the correct numbers are hidden somewhere in LDA. Oh. 177013. 13? 31, I think. Wait, no, dumbass. 13307. Oh, no. 11301? No. 113. No, 11037. Yes, 11037. So Leon, because we've seen that on the walls. And like episode 3 or something, the homie was like, yo, did you see that? I was like, what are you saying? Basically, in some walls, you'll see like sliding shit, I guess, on the screens. And at some point, it says 11037. Correct numbers, but is it just this one or something else? Anyway, I'm yapping, bro. I don't know. Legit, I don't know. Do we cheat? The homie isn't responding. Even though it's, oh my god, bro. Oh, this time it branches. What? What? Okay, I'm gonna try this legit. I'm gonna try this legit, and I'm gonna say Tsubasa because she knew too much. Tsubasa knew way too much. But at the same time, I don't know. Help me! Help! I'm gonna say Tsubasa because I have no idea who could do it. Is Tsubasa the one behind this? I mean, it cannot be Eva because Shoma was supposedly the one to take care of Eva, so I don't think that's ever going to happen. Kiyoshika, too dumb. This guy, dead. This gal. Maybe, because she was in the rec room. You? Hell nah. You? Not smart enough. You're dead. You would be suspect number 1, because you wanted to kill him yesterday. Well, yesterday. 24 days ago. But probably not, that's too easy. That's not you. That's probably not you either. No, Zomi for what? I want to choose Takumi at some point. But the thing is, it wouldn't make... Oh my gosh, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Okay, it's not Tsubasa because it would be voice. It would be voiced. How is that even possible? Very well. Allow me to explain. What you did was, it's very simple. This guy is sticking to high heavens. Of course he is. He's X after all. Nobody got attacked when he was unconscious. Yes. Now he's trying to frame someone else. Exactly. You'd leave us no choice but to lock you up. Does it just end like that? My consciousness fled from me. Day 100. Okay, please no spoiler about the identity of the real killer. No idea how long I was unconscious. When I next opened my eyes, I saw that the cage has been unlocked. Unsure of what that meant, I pushed the door open nervously and stepped outside, only to notice that someone was lying in the cage next to mine. I ran over to see who it was.
Eva.
On day 100. The library. Who's dead in the library? And you've been sapped of your cryptoglobin. The roof. No one in their rooms. Except Kurara. She hanging? No, never mind. You got gold pipes? Oh, very interesting. Is it actually? I don't know if there's blood on her mouth. Clinging to a ray of hope, I decided to move Kurara's body to the infirmary, but was the too much time. That was all the monitor would display. So the first floor, inside the mysterious room with no name, the pod room? Yugamu. The garage. Hello, Tsubasa. This is crazy as hell. I felt nothing, not even sadness or despair. What? Oh, their hearts had been removed through their backs. Well, acting on a hunch, I peered underneath Hiruko's and my heart just dropped. Loading to check her back as well. There was a large empty cavity there as well, just as I suspected. So everyone, Just roll the credits, bro. I'm too scared of getting spoiled. A slight sense of suspicion flashed through the back of my mind. How many dead bodies did I found? Have I found? I'm sorry. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, I said 9. Still missing some peep. 9, 10 with Eva. Who are we missing? Is this gonna spoil me? No. You. You're missing. Moko is missing too. Nozomi? My eyes, please. How much was that? 9? I was put in the prison cell on day 75. How many survivors were there at that time? 12. Those 2 survivors appeared before me. We what? We fought so hard in the defensive battles. Everyone gave their all. We even beat the Vashnis. And yet, this is what we woke up to. When did they die?
Sumino-kun, 君がやったんだよね?
I think so.
今生き残ってるのは3人だけ。やったのはあんた以外に考えられないのよ。
Her accusation jolted my mind into action. I started to defend myself desperately.
俺じゃない。俺だって同じなんだ。起きたらなぜか檻の鍵が開いていて、それで外に出たらあんなことに。
この後に及んでまだそんなことを。だったら誰がやったのか言ってみなさいよ。
Moko was right. The 3 of us were the only ones still alive. It stood to reason that one of us had to be the killer.
ほら、さっさと言いなさいよ。一体誰がみんなを殺したっていうの？
それは。
What? What? Moko, Nozomi, or Takumi? 3 choices. Well, that's not the. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know. Come on. Give me a hint.
多分覚えてないけど、そうなのかもしれない。
Because there's no way either one of you here could have done that. Could have done all that. That must mean you must be right. That means you must be right. It was me. I must have killed everybody somehow without being conscious of it. Slumped my shoulders and hung my head weakly. Immediately after, Smoko said that. She reached behind her and took. It was her? How was I able to see my own body from this angle? A butcher knife. Mystery route. Terminated Sumino. I mean. Do we do them? I mean, sure. I'm kind of curious. Who killed everybody? Moko? Let's go with Moko, yeah? Because she's the one that had the knife. We're like, we got beheaded. That's crazy. Whoops, sorry. You killed everyone. It had to have been you. There's no mistake about it. Moko charged at me deliriously while brandishing a massive butcher knife. I instinctively grabbed her wrist, snatched the butcher knife away, and... You killed her. You slashed her neck. I watched her in horror as Moko collapsed to the ground. I killed her. I hadn't intended to, but it just happened. My knees were knocking against each other. My strength gave out and the butcher knife fell to the ground. Nozomi's gonna kill you. Immediately after.
Moko-chan. Moko-chan.
Nozomi screamed at the top of her lungs and dashed over. The knife that had fallen from my hand was lying at my feet. She quickly picked it up and swung it wildly. Oh, it's the CG. Well, what do you know? I just saw this one on YouTube. I was just on my page, on my feed, and I saw that. Now, thankfully, I hit that shit pretty quick, but interesting. Why? Nozomi was standing in front of me with an astonished look on her deathly pale face. Stared absently at her until my consciousness faded into nothingness. Was this one? Revenge for Moko. Okay, but the question is, why did Moko have the knife?
Kirifushi, ごめん。お前しか考えられないんだ。
How? How could you even say it wasn't me? I don't care anymore. Everyone died like that. So I... Yeah, you what? Suddenly screamed at the top of her lungs and ran toward... What? She ran off toward the wall of fire. Quickly followed her. Before long, we reached the wall of fire, but Nozomi did not slow down. She continued running at full speed. Right into the wall of fire. Oh, this is crazy. This wasn't what I wanted. All because I made that accusation. Because of me, Nozomi. Oh, what now? No, wait. It's going to be fine. I may still be able to make it. I'll save Nozomi, drag her out of those flames, and... My body was already moving before I could finish the thought. I launched myself through the fiery flames. The very next moment, I was vaporized in an instant. What? Are the flames just that strong or what? A kind heart. Well done. Oh my. Brother! Ending 51, huh? I want to look at the other choices, but I'm scared. I don't want to spoil myself. I think the other two choices are correct, maybe? And they don't just skip to day 100? I want to say Moko now because she really had a knife. But why would it be her? It don't make sense. Hold up. I want to see at the very least, the choice I made, is it called Other? Other, yeah. Let's go for Moko because that knife she had is so weird. Real killer is... Are you dead? Nah, it's the same. Yeah, it brings us there. What? Who we did? I want to go for Takumi.
覚えてないけど
This one is voiced and this one is a choice. Is it the middle one or the top one? The middle one. I see. Okay, so let's think a bit. What do I even have to say? The gi absent, maybe? Is it? I don't know. Is the gi still here? Is it absent? I don't know. The fact that Takumi spaces out for several days, it's not even spaces out. That's not the same thing. They're always actually sleeping, but because the people in here were actually tending to him. So they saw him sleep at all times, pretty much. So how? I really don't know how that could be him.
犯人は俺なのかもしれない
Oh, come on, game. Yeah, like I've been saying all this time, right? But how could you not have any memories? It's simple. I just don't remember. Then you cannot be the killer. But I don't believe any of you here could have done something so cruel. Also, I'm the only one who could have gotten inside the key. Inside, since the key was with me. But that's not what we've been saying. We've been saying that there is another way to lift the cages without the key. There are other reasons too. Nothing happened when I was unconscious, right? That would make sense if I was the culprit. The cause of my fainting disease may have played a part as well. Traces of treatment found on damaged part of the brain. Fainting disease likely developed as an after effect. If those damaged parts have actually yet to heal properly, I could have gotten up subconsciously at night and did all those things without being aware of it, right? That's why I'm saying it was probably me. Maybe. That's the classic. Well, what do you mean no? You're still trying to put up a fight even after you confessed? I wasn't confessing. I was just saying it's a possibility. But you were so confident you knew who the killer was. You are being utterly incoherent. Anyway, hold him down, everyone. Oh my god. Stay away. Are you gonna run? Screamed and started running. You bastard, stop right there. Is Zima gonna help you? Some time pass.
このまま校舎内にいるのは危険だろう。一度敷地外に出て、そこで対策を練るんだ。
What? Oh shit. I'll be honest, I'm completely lost. I'm lost in the sauce. What? Where the hell was I? Yes, okay, I think... Can I access the menu? Yes. I think we're gonna continue on to see what this leads to. If this is an actual branch, or this sends us straight to an ending. How interesting. Because if it goes straight, we're gonna go here, and there's only one here, one space. How very interesting. Well, we're gonna continue on, and we'll forget who the killer is for now. Then we'll come back to actually check who the real killer, I suppose, is. Because damn, I do not know who this could be. Really, I do not know. Grab the fire extinguisher before sneaking outside. Before long, I arrived at the wall of fire. Somebody had been lying in ambush there. Yugamu. URX. No! You basically admitted it just now. I told you, I was just throwing out possibilities on. Is this dude dumb? Yo, bro. I was thinking, yo, you're kinda smart. If you're pretty much every time you're able to deduct who the killer is in like a single day, you're crazy smart. No, cap. I can finally kill you without regrets? What? Well, yeah, you are an assassin, but like, are you X? Yomo pulled out a dirk and walked toward me with a smirk on his face. Why? But why?
そんな切り藤どうして。
追いかけてきたんだよ。隅野くんの姿を見かけたから。
面影お前。いや
誤解しないでくれ。私はただ隅野君を脅そうと思っただけなんだ。殺すつもりなんてなかったんだよ。
And how'd she get stabbed?
うるせえそりゃ。
I charged at Yugam with a feral roar and grabbed a hold of each other, and we grabbed. As we were struggling, we lost our balances and our bodies. Oh my god. Why is this dude moaning in my ears, bro? Our bodies vaporized. Ah. This is just a dead end. Who's the killer, bro? Yeah, roasted. Are we sauteed this time? Dance in the purple flames. Ooh, I dodged this like a bullet, bro. Let's go back and try to see who it actually is. Cause like, what? I really don't see it. Can I just throw a bone at Eito? Throw a bone. Probably not throw a bone at Eito. It's like throw. I don't know. It's how you say that. Nozomi, but why did she do that? And no, it cannot be Nozomi. It cannot be you. It probably cannot be you either because of the endings we just had. So who is it? It's not Tsubasa either. It's probably not Eva either. Although, since she was in the cage, she would probably know how it works. Yo, I don't care, bro. It's Eito. It's Eito. Has to be Eito. Why? I don't know. I don't know. What are they making me do? Him, Eito Aotsuki, ... Sorry, what? How does a dead body do any killing? Oh my god. Who is it? Can I see Hiruko? Don't ask why. I myself do not know why. At this point, I'm just doing it blindly. Who is it? Are you sure there's not someone hidden in the background? Can I click like on the Shoma up top? On the UI? No. Well, we're gonna go with the obvious one. Ima. It's not Ima. I'm gonna go with Eva next. Legit, I don't know. I don't know who it is. How are you even supposed to know? Oh. It actually is Eva?
何を言ってるんですか、隅野さん。私がこの学園に来たのは21日目のことですよ。脅迫文を書いたり、マルコさんを殺したりなんて私にできるはずないじゃないですか。つまり私は X じゃないってことです。
What about the suit? Your suit? And your mask, maybe? No, but Shoma would have recognized her. How? Oh, no. Okay. It's probably another case of X threatened her to do it, and she did it. It's probably it. Wait, what?
俺は一言もお前が X だなんて言ってない。ただ銀崎を殺した犯人だって言っただけだ。
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be wrong to assume that the person who killed Shoma is also X.
うるさい。いいから黙ってろ。これからお前の犯行の 一部始終を暴いてやる。
Persuasion again? I mean, if it's... Well, it is her, I mean. Has to be, right? At this point. But if it took... It takes someone that stayed in the courtyard to know the courtyard, right? Could her mask actually have analyzed things? I wonder. What makes you think I'm the killer? Before getting to that part, we'll have to explain how the murder even took place to begin with. Tomo's dead body was found in that cage. He had been stabbed multiple times. That means he had to figure out a way to get inside the cage. But the door was locked. And you were the only one with the key, Takumi. Yes, I didn't have the key, so you couldn't have used it. You used another way to get inside. Another way? The key lies in the design of that cage. Bottom not secure, right? Which is what led me to believe that it was lifted. It's just a heavy iron cage mounted on a base. Lifted the cage up. So you went inside from the bottom. What nonsense is this, Takumi? How is it possible for anyone to lift up such a heavy metal structure? Very well, very true. That cage, oh my god, that cage weighs about a ton. It's not something anyone can move with their bare hands. Did you transform, maybe? Wait, aren't you contradicting yourself right now? Brilliancy is with water, but what exactly does that mean? It's water, right? It's not air. Water, yes, that's right. You made the courtyard a watertight space by closing off the drains. And then you flooded the entire place. Meaning... Here's a fountain there, right? You open its valve fully to release an enormous amount of water through the nozzles, turning it into something like an erupting geyser or open dam. You left the fountain valve wide open for a while to fill the space with water. Why are you laughing? Oh, that's a sprite we've never seen from her. Oh, I'm sorry. Your explanation was so outrageous I couldn't help but be amused. Takumi, do you not know how powerful water pressure can be? Even if we assume water was released into the environment after covering up any openings, some would still leak out because those walls will be under constant pressure from the force of the water. That wouldn't happen. That's how this place was designed. Because the courtyard was originally constructed for a certain special purpose. Yes. The space shit. It was designed to be able to withstand atmospheric pressures many times Earth's range. That's what Tsubasa said. Yeah, that's right. That's why it's impossible for water pressure to cause any leaks. After a while, the place became filled with water. Considering the water flow of that fountain, it probably took about 3 hours for water to rise to the top of the cage. I still don't get it. You think the water actually lifted the cage? Shoma was killed at 1 AM. Counting back from that time brings us to 1 AM for the approximate time the water started accumulating. Even if you were right, the entire cage is made of iron. It literally weighs a ton. You said so yourself. The balloon? To help? Rubber balloons. Ones that can be filled with air up to a capacity of about 10 liters. You inflated 100 of these balloons and put them into the cage. To be more precise, you put the deflated balloons into the cage first before inflating them. Archimedes' principle states that upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of this brother. You gotta be capping. You gotta be capping. 100 balloons that hold 10 liters would equal to 1,000 kilograms. In other words, the effect is 1 ton of upward force. Okay, so the key word here is buoyant force, right? Upward. Key term, I guess. That cancels out the weight of the cage and reduces it to near zero. You'd barely need to use a single finger to lift it then. We were easily able to lift the cage with just the slightest effort. It would be impossible for me to inflate so many balloons in such a short time. With the tool, exactly. Tire pump. Yeast? For what? Yeah, it's mounted on wheels and can be easily moved here. Using that would make it a literal breeze to fill up all those balloons. But 100 of those. That method does make it possible for the cage to be lifted up while it was submerged in the water. But don't you find it strange? If the cage had been underwater that long, Shoma would have drowned inside. Yet the revival medic stated his cause of death was hemorrhagic shock. Legit, I don't know. That's the one that was the less dumb, I guess. The water only had to stop just below the topmost part of the cage for it to work. Discharging water equal to the volume. Oh my god. Shoma kept his head above the water's surface and breathed through his mouth. Gaping, gaping, and gasping for air the whole time. You took this opportunity to lift up the cage while underwater, slip inside, and stab him multiple times. The water, bro, you open the drainage walls to drain it away. Oh, air blasts. I personally don't like this. I mean, because number one, it's Eva. I love Eva. I don't want her to be a killer. Thing is, what's annoying me is that she's a scapegoat. Clearly, she did not devise this plan and was in the same position as Shoma. She was threatened by X. Because X devised the plan, made her do it. Problem is, again, she's a scapegoat. And it's... I don't know, I don't like it. It's very complicated also, that plan. And for Takumi to have been able to just find the answer with Archimedes' principle is like, come on, bro, you're 16. Mentioned just now that this courtyard was originally created as a biotope for space development research. Because of that, it's perfectly capable of reproducing a desert environment, which means it has the ability to blast hot winds around the area. After draining the water away, you activated that setting to dry the courtyard. Yo, hold up, actually. So, did Eito use this plan to escape in 0-0? The balloons he got from Shoma. The water? I know that Moko opened the... I think it's the sprinklers. I may be wrong, but she opened them a bit. But was it enough to actually submerge the whole thing? The whole area? I don't think so. The doors weren't closed, right? Right? I don't know. But it's very close. Anyway. Due to the lack of time, however, the water didn't dry up completely. When we first discovered Shoma's body, it was actually still somewhat damp. It was dry enough though, lest we were all distracted by Shoma's dead body. That's why we failed to notice the remaining wetness in the area. The only thing we didn't notice was that Shoma's body was damp. Fine, I understand. This is utter foolishness. Let me summarize what you were trying to say. I went underwater, lifted up the cage, and stabbed Shoma multiple times while he was gasping for air at the surface. Then I dove underwater again and turned the valve handle to open the drainage walls. Look, Takumi, I'm neither a diver nor a mermaid. Even if I was an expert at holding my breath.
そんな難度の高い作業を水中でするのなんて
You're
普通の人間には絶対にできない。
mad. Ah.
いやできたはずだ。
You use your mask, Eva. Tsubasa told me about it. There's a miniature air tank in your mask. It allows you to use it as a sealed gas mask. You can breathe for up to 30 minutes using it like that. Yeah, I did say that. I never thought it would work underwater though.
ああ、思い出しました。確かにあのマスクにはそんな機能もありましたね。でもあのマスク実は盗まれちゃったんです。だから盗んだ人物こそが犯人なんだと思います。
Nobody knew about it.
きっとそうです。そうに違いありません。
いいか、往生際が悪いぞ。いい加減認めたらどうだ。あのマスクは頭部の型を取って作られた
Oh
オーダーメイドの
no.
一点物なんだろ。
Right, I completely forgot about that.
イーバー以外の人には装着できないって川名はそんなことも言ってたんだ。イーバー、さっきお前が言ってた通りこの犯行は普通の人間では絶対にできないんだよ。ママさんか人魚姫か、もしくはあのマスクをかぶった人物じゃない限りな。したがってあのマスクを装着できた人物こそが犯人ってことになる。そしてそれができたのはたった一人しか存在しない今俺の目の前にいる人物。要するにイーバー、お前じゃなければ。
Oh, you're asking why I change shirts? Very simple. I eat like I damn baby. Let's go.
山崎は殺せなかったってことになるんだよ。
You good, bro? Was that your stomach? You're... What the hell? Oh. Game would not respond. Can you go back? Eva, please? Please? Pretty please? But what is this dude X on? I don't get it. Takumi, you're right. I killed Shoma. For what? Nothing to add. But have I really done something wrong? I too had been threatened by X, had no choice. God damn. When did you meet X? A short while before 1 AM on day 51. Just before the murder, I heard a knock on my door. And you opened it? Yes. Why? The thought that it might be X outside that door did flash through my mind briefly. But I'm not a part of the SDU and I wasn't even here before you saw the threatening note. I just assumed that I would not have been on X's radar. Well, what did X say? Of course. Because dumbass Tsubasa.
これだ。これから貴様に指示を与える。あまり時間がない。その指示通りに速やかに動くんだ。もしもそういった場合、あるいは私の存在を他者に告げた場合は、体内の爆弾を即座に起爆させる。
Wait, what's going on? How did X get their hands on the detonator? Well, you gave it to them. It's as simple as that. Maybe they stole it from one of us? No, X said they obtained it through the proper channels. From Tsubasa herself. No. You gave it to everyone, right? Now we are 100% sure that X is one of us.
Oh.
No, I think you can remove it. They don't have the detonator? As the first detonator to Hiruko and never got it back, and haven't received the duplicate from Tsubasa yet. That is fair. Sir Takumi shall be taken off the list of... We're now starting scrutinizing each other with great suspicion, not daring to even move their bodies, only their eyes. everyone is in here, right? So, it's not Eva. It is not Ima. It is not Moko. It is not Nozomi. It is not Yugamu. Nor is it Takumi. Because in the other branch, those choices didn't work. Unless, of course, they're baiting us. That means, oh, so it's not Tsubasa either. No, but that doesn't really make sense because, the choice was who killed Shoma. What we could do is maybe, at the very least, say that Nozomi and Moko didn't do it. Because that was the choice at the end. But it's so weird for Moko to have the butcher knife. It's just so weird. Hey, Eva's just one thing. Oh, Eva, just one thing. Yes? X said they'd blow you up if you told the others about him, right? Yes. And that's what you're doing now. You feeling okay? Why hasn't X blown you up yet, indeed? I believe they could, if they wanted to, but they chose not to. They chose not to. The device is small enough to fit in the palm of someone's hand. It could be hidden in a sleeve, on their chest, or around the waist, and no one would notice. It would be easy to simply press the button at the opportune moment. But X cannot do that for one particular reason. Yeah? Takumi, do you remember what I told you about the bomb mechanism before? I don't. Right, because your bomb is like way stronger than ours. 25 yard. Yo, what's yard in meters, bro? Bro, please. 25? That makes the blast diameter the length of an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Oh, wow. So this entire courtyard. Damn! So that's why Brody's not pressing the button. Because bro doesn't want to die too, right? Because they'll be caught in the blast as well. And it's not like they can simply run away. Taking such action is as good as admitting you are X. That's why X has got their hands tied, huh? This is a perfect opportunity. For what? For us to get more information about X from Eva. Since they can blow her up, we can ask for anything we want. Great idea, but she's gonna die. Eva, do you know anything else about X? Their height, body shape? They're dressed in the same outfit Shoma previously described, and use a voice changer as well. It was not possible to discern who they were by their looks and voice, but... Eva looked down. A short hesitant silence later, she spoke up again.
実は私、分かってしまったんです。X が。
I'm listening. Sorry, I skipped. Oh my god. Like, come on, writers, please, I beg of you. Wait, you're the only one to actually have said anything. How'd you figure that out? Like their mannerisms. Ooh. Bro, this is the third time you're repeating something, Nozomi. You know how some people will subconsciously touch their chin or play with their hair when, oh my god, I just farted some when thinking about something. Those sorts of mannerisms, they try really hard to hide it, of course, but I still managed to pick up on them. So, yeah, who's X?
わかりました。それじゃあ、言いますね。
I think they're blowing up everyone.
X は X の正体は
Suddenly, a sense of dread washed over me. My mind started working overtime as I went through all possibilities. Maybe X would really press the button now? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone thinks X won't do it because that would mean blowing themselves up as well. But if their identity was revealed, it would be the end for them anyway. They might even prefer to die with everyone in the blast over being caught and imprisoned. But in that case, why weren't they pressing the button now, before Eva could reveal their identity? Were they banking on the possibility that Eva might say the wrong name? If she did, X could sit back and watch the show without doing anything. And if she really said X's real name, they could always press the button at that time. Surely that was why X was adopting a wait-and-see attitude right now. It might be dangerous for Eva to say that name out loud. Even if she got it right, everyone would die anyway. Still, I might just be overthinking things. X could be hesitating simply because they were afraid to die. What do I do? What should I do? There was literally no time to hesitate any longer. My final decision was... What? Stop her? Or let her say the name? Should shut Eva up? Yes, I think we're gonna say yes. Yes. Why? Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know.
Eva, ダメだ。何も言うな。
Hey! What are you up to now? Wherefore have you stopped her? Wherefore? I explained my reasoning to the others. I get it. You are afraid X may try to take us all down with them. After that, all of a sudden, we heard... Eva burst out laughing to everyone's astonishment.
何笑ってんのよ。だってあなたたちってつくづく間抜けだなと思って。
How?
だと。
どの道同じなのに何が。
She said, I'm pretty sure she said it's the same everywhere I go.
あなたたちの運命よ。
まさか。
Shouted, but it was already too late. Eva had pinched her little finger and pulled it without any hesitation. I don't get anything. Pinky promise. Like, come on, man. So was Eva really X? But then where'd she get that PLM suit? And did she really get visited by X? Or what? I don't know, bro. Even with that, technically it was a confession from her, but I don't know, bro. Can I really trust her? Your destiny. Go ahead. I decided to let Eva finish her sentence without interruption. However, she stayed silent after that and refused to say another word. What is the matter, Lady Eva? X got your tongue? X gonna give it to you. Or do you actually not know who X is? What? Why did you pretend like you knew? At Ima's question, Eva suddenly... She smirked and let out a chuckle, looking as if she was mocking us. When I saw her expression, the truth dawned on me. I take back everything I said about him being smart. This dude might be sped. Oh, I don't care anymore. This dude might be sped. Of course. You're afraid, right? You're afraid to die. Even if you were forced to do so by X, you're still the one to kill Shoma. That is an unforgivable act. Then you thought to yourself, I'm going to be thrown into the cage again. This time they're never going to let me out. Why should I stay then? I'll blow myself up and take everyone in the SDU with me. But you were too afraid to face death. You never had that courage to begin with. Yo, he's spitting facts. Actually, hold up. So you decided to leave it in the hands of X, right? The act of pressing the button to activate the bomb. Ah, that's why you lied about knowing X's identity. Wait, that means you're going along with us all this time? It was just an hold up. That means you going along with us all this time was just an act? when you said you hated Vishnus. Was that a lie too? Also, you can gain our trust and gather intel while hiding in plain sight? I'm lost, I don't get anything. Eva said nothing in response. Her lips didn't move for a second. But something else did. Her hands. Yes. My body moved before my mind did. I exploded into action and dashed over to Eva at breakneck speed. I grabbed her left wrist and shouted loudly. At that, everybody made a mad scramble for the exit. Yo, they really hate you. No one wants to help you. Right after that, Eva grabbed my shoulder and forced me to face her. As I did, I saw a raised foot and... damn. Found myself being kicked away. I thought she crushed your skull, but like, sure. I landed near the exit, where there were 5 other people. They had just reached the gate and were not yet outside. The other 5 had rushed to the exit on the other side and were at about the same distance away as well. I quickly stood up and looked into Eva's direction. She pinched her little finger and said, "Fuck." She pulled on her little finger without a trace of hesitation. Would you believe me if I told you I still don't get anything in this route? I'm mad lost. Day 80. How much time has it been? It's day 80. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's been 5 days. Wait. Tsubasa and Moko were missing. Oh, hell no. That was not my intent. Oh my god. Can you please hide spoilers? Ah, come on, man. So, you see Tsubasa and Moko's, how do you even call that? Their squares? Or, grayed out a bit? This is the same thing that happened to Tako in Box of Calamity, when she went missing. And it was then revealed that she was sent to another timeline. I was already so used to waking up and finding out that I had missed a bunch of days that I was more surprised by the fact that I was somehow still alive. Come to think about it, I seem to recall someone pulling me back with great force just before the explosion. That could be why I survived. I wonder who saved me. Hiruko! Oh my god. I didn't see who it was, but I remember the lavender fragrance. Of course it's Hiruko. I can think about that later. Is everyone okay? I stood up from the makeshift bed, pulled open the curtain divider and stepped outside. And then... What do you mean Tsubasa and Moko are gone? Exactly what I meant. They were both missing when I woke up. You were the last 3 on the watch last night, right? Yes, but halfway through my shift, I felt a pain in my neck, like something had prickled me. There, she got Cardi B, bro. Exactly, somebody must have jabbed me with that stolen anesthetic because I blacked out immediately. And when you woke up, they were both gone? That's what I've been trying to say. It was at that point that everybody finally noticed I was awake. Sir Takumi, I see you have decided to rejoin us in the land of the living. 5 days no see. Oh my god. Pretty fast, all things considered. Yeah. Hey, shouldn't we be looking for Tsubasa and Moko? Yes, the 9 of us here will split up into groups of 3. After some discussion, we decided on the following groups. Group 1, me, Nozomi, Darumi. Group 2, Takemaru, Kurara, Kiyoshika. And Group 3, Yuruko, Yugamu, and Ima. Let's go find him, he says. You're nowhere to be found. It's already been an hour since we started looking. Suddenly, we heard a strange voice coming from the schoolyard. This is Ima. Bad news! Yuruko, Tim, Takumi, and Takemaru, can you hear me? If so, come to the parking lot right now. Oh, that's Yugamu. We gave each other knowing glances before rushing toward the stairwell. Stairwell? Yeah. What the hell is that? It's the parking lot? Really? We've never seen that place, I'm gonna be honest. There were few trees near. Oh, they're hanging from the trees? Like in the other ending? Hiruko and Takemaru's teams were staring agape at something near the top of them. Dread started to pull in the pit of my stomach. I turned slowly and cautiously to look in the direction of their steers. What I saw was... Oh yeah. That's something I forgot to say when we first saw them hanging in the garage. Was it the garage? Yeah, I think yes. Is it blood is coming from their nape, from their throat. You know what I mean? Now Tsubasa's a bit weird because there's blood on her chest and abdomen, and even on the top of her what's it called? Her pants. So this is awkward. Yeah, Tsubasa died in a different way. I think I see multiple stab wounds on her, okay, the top part of her body. Well, Moko is only the neck. And who hung him there? Do you know how difficult this is? It was clear they were both dead. Blood drained from my face, and I felt sick to the bone. Now 5 of my friends are dead. I didn't know how my heart wasn't breaking apart. Somehow, I held myself together and said, Tsubasa. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, 80, between 5 and 8 a.m. Multiple stab wounds on the chest and abdomen. The murder weapon is likely a sharp blade about 8 inches long. So the same weapon as... Who was it? Shoma? I forgot. Too much time has passed since death. So yeah, impossible to revive. Moko. Hemorrhagic shock. Same time. Lacerated carotid artery. The murder weapon is likely a sharp blade of unknown length. I'm thinking that this is the butcher knife. Too much time has passed, impossible to revive. After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood in the room turned utterly gloomy. We silently moved their bodies to the morgue. I'm gonna be honest, I'm lost still. Hey, do you mind if I mention something? Go on. It's something I noticed about Tsubasa's back. Oh, no heart. Exactly. Wait, how'd you know about the hearts being stolen? Oh, Hiruko probably fessed up. He decided it was not something worth hiding and told them about it. Ah, right. But I don't think the cases are related. Neither of them had their backs cut open. Wait, what? Hold up. I think that the 5 in the garage had their hearts cut out from the back. Right? I don't remember exactly. Yeah, what about Tsubasa's back? I noticed it when the hem of her blouse hitched up while we were moving her body just now. Rumi walked over to Tsubasa's body and removed the sheet that was covering it. She turned over the body and pulled the blouse up so that we could all see the strange thing on her back. What? A number? And it's in pink, Moko's color. Not any pink, like actually Moko's color. Like lavender. Yeah, lavender kinda. Think so. Could be a Z or an N as well. I don't know. An N? No, it couldn't be. No, actually it could be. In cursive? Cursive, right? The mark is small enough that it would be completely covered by a hand. Not located in the center, but more toward the left side of the spine. So the heart. This is indeed curious. The purplish color even makes it look like a bruise. What could this number mean? Nobody had an answer to that. We checked Moko's back as well. There were no markings at all, let alone the one that looked like a number. After that, we turned them both back around, closed our eyes, and put our hands together to pay our respects. Yes, Moko. Moko! Kurara suddenly brought something up. I found this in Tsubasa's space. Can you guys take a look at it? The organic life detection device? Which is accurate, because minus Eva and the two of them, that's 9. 9. The same number of people here. Same as the number of people here. Ain't it about time you just showed her your hand, X? You're one of us here, aren't you? I'm so goddamn lost. No criminal in their wrong mind would happily come forward to identify themselves when asked. How about this, X? Fess up and we promise not to throw your sick little ass into jail. Oh, come on, help us out here. Are we only talking to X right now? X instructed someone to kill Kako and Shoma. What if it was the same this time? No, wait. No, yes, exactly. Hey, don't go putting weird ideas in my head. You're basically saying there are 2 killers among us. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so that 2 different people. 2 different people killed 2 different victims. So the one who killed Moko is not the same one as the person who killed Tsubasa. Whatever the case, we should probably be sleeping together. I agree. X should still have some of that anesthesia left. I can't speak. Another option is to increase the number of people on watch, but it's probably safer for everyone to just sleep in their own rooms. Yeah, what do you think, Takumi? Yeah, going back to sleeping in our own rooms may be the better option at this point. On the condition that nobody opens their room, their door until the morning announcement. Are we clear on that? Did you lose consciousness again? No, okay, good. Because that fade to black was very slow. Oh, interesting. I didn't black out despite having gone through so many stressful events yesterday. Didn't know why. It wasn't like I'd been cured of the fainting disease. But this is so interesting. Whenever Takumi sleeps, nobody dies. But at the same time, he's not the killer. So who could it be? Could it actually hypothetically say that it's Eito? But Eito only kills when Takumi is alive to, like, torture him as much as possible? I wonder. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm lost as fuck. And I've been, how many times have I said that in the video? You know what, at this point, I might just end it here. And hopefully we can finish it in the next episode, because this shit is losing me. Cool, yeah, legit, I can't even recap what we did, because motherfucker, I don't know what happened. But yeah. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Goodbye.